Hola clase. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about stem changing verbs. I know this is complicated. It's like vowels changing everywhere and you might be confused. So I want to do a little summary so that so that it's a little bit easier for you. So there are three types of stem changing verbs, okay? E to IE, E to I, and O to UE. These sound IE, E, O, UE. So what is this? What are these time-changing verbs? We already learned a few of them last week. There's a large group of them and they have changes. So what happened with this, and they're also called boot verbs. Because what happened with this verb is like some little changes happen only on 4 of the forms. When we have 6 forms, you'll see in a second, when we have 6 forms, only 4 of them have these little changes. So let's say that we have the verb tener. We already covered this last week. So tener, the stem of a verb is just what is left after you drop the ending. The ending can be AR, ER, or IR. In this case, it's ER. So this is the ending, this is the stem. So what happened with these verbs is like the vowel in the stem is going to change to something else, to a different vowel. Okay, so this is the stem, and then the vowel would change. Some people call them boot verbs. You'll see in a second. So let's start with the first type, E to IE. There's a lot of verbs, and you can actually let me go and see here. You can see the worksheet that you have in Blackboard. Let me go here. So help videos, chapter 3, and then, well, you have a tutorial about tener, but also there's this worksheet here, and I have it open, that it says 10 changing verbs, new tables. Okay, it's this one. Here, I kind of collected all the verbs that you need to learn for this chapter. These are the ones that are E to IE. These are the 4 that go from E to I, and the ones that go from O to UE. There's really not a way to identify them or like know which ones go where. You kind of need to memorize them or put them in 3 groups and kind of remember. Actually, the ones that go, the E to I ones, they all end in IR. These 4, but there's some IR here, there's a couple here, dormir, but all of the ones under this category will always be IR. So remember that all the IR goes here except for preferir, venir, and dormir. I think there's nothing else. Yeah. Okay, so we have these 3 types. Let's look at the E to IE again. Let's go to the PowerPoint. This is what I had. We'll use entender as a verb. Now, once you drop the ending, this is what we always do with verbs. We drop the ending. Usually the E in the stem would change to IE. If there are 2 E's, the one that changes is the second one, this one. So then, entiendo. So what do we do with this verb to say I understand, you understand, she understands? Well, you drop the ER and put the normal regular ending that was also on the worksheet. Let me look here again. You're going to put at the end of those forms the normal endings that we learned in chapter 1 and 2. For AR verbs, those are the endings. This is the ending for the yo form, for the tu form, for the ella, nosotros, vosotros, ellos. Those are the normal endings. If it's an ER verb, you drop the ending and you add those. If it's an IR verb, drop the ending and add those, okay? So in this case, the case of the PowerPoint, the yo form is an ER verb, so you drop the ER and put an O. Okay, so the ending is normal. Now, the second E, like I said, is going to change to IE. Then, entiendes. Okay, the normal ending for ER, that's the U form, ES, and then the second E changes to IE. Entiende, the normal ending E, and then the second E changes to IE. Now, These are called boot verbs because only these forms, these four forms, like the vowel would change on these four forms. Not here, this E will stay and this E will stay too. And then the normal endings, emos, a's, and that's normal. Now you need to be careful because these forms are going to change. Yeah, just that's the reasoning. So some other EI verbs, but what I say, on the PowerPoint you might see a lot more verbs. There's some other verbs where the E, once you drop the ending, the E in the stem will change to IE. Once you drop the ending, the E in the stem will change to IE. Here we have two E's. The second one is the one that changes. Okay, so there are a few verbs, but what I said, just go to here, and these are the verbs that you need to study for this chapter, for this semester. And there are some other here, but the ones that you need to remember is these three columns, these three groups. Yeah, when you go to, there's this PowerPoint, tener and venir, you already kind of covered those. These, I mean, they were in last week. So tener and venir, to have and to come from somewhere. They are the same, but the yo form is a little bit different. So you need to just be careful because it's not, the E in the stem doesn't change to IE in the yo form, as you can see. So tengo, and then you do like everything else is like a stem change verb, like I was explaining. Tienes, tiene, tenemos, tenéis, tienen. The nosotros form, this form, and the vosotros form they don't change. Same thing with venir, but that wasn't like last week. Then you have the second type, E to I. What I said, there are four main verbs here: pedir, servir, conseguir, seguir. Yeah, same thing. The E in the stem would change, this time would change to I. Yeah, but it changes only in these four forms: sirvo, sirves, sirve, sirve. Remember that the V sounds like a B. It doesn't matter that it's a V. It doesn't vibrate. Yeah, and there are some verbs. I added some here on the PowerPoint to show you. And then there is the third type, where these are the verbs, where the O in the stem changes to UE. You drop the ending. If it's an AR verb, you just put the normal endings that we learned right here. And then the O in the stem is going to change to UE. Drop the ending. The O in the stem is going to change to UE. So, almorzar. Yo almuerzo. Almuerzas. Almuerza. Almorzamos, see? The nosotros and the vosotros form never changes. It's kind of like boot verbs. Only these four forms change, not these two. So you need to be careful because once you have a sentence, if it's the nosotros, we eat lunch, it's not going to change. The O won't change. Almorzamos. Okay? I wanted to show you, let me see, because there are examples at the end of this PowerPoint. A practicar, let's practice. So poder, it's better if we do it like this. I'm going to check if this PowerPoint is not there, I'll upload it. But poder, to be able to, or can, what we use as can. Okay, let's take the sound off. So yo, if it's yo, you're gonna take this this verb. The er will become o, because it's the ending for the yo, and then the o changes to ue, right? So then yo puedo, puedo. And empezar, to start, to begin. If it's the U form, the ending, you will drop this and you have O, as, so it will be as, right? AS. And then the E changes to, if you don't know, go to this worksheet and be like, okay, where is empezar? It's here. So the E changes to IE. Okay, well, we have it here, but, so yeah, it will be empiezas. Empiezas, AS. Because it's an AR verb, the E changes to IE. Good. Jugar. Jugar is a little bit special. And it's special is the only one that is kind of weird just because it doesn't really have an O. that changes to UE. It has a U. So to play, if it's mi hermana, ella, she, it will be juega. So even if this verb doesn't have an O in the stem, the U, which it kind of acts as an O, it changes to UE. So it's part of this worksheet, jugar. That's why it has a star, because it's a little bit different. All of these verbs, the O changes to UE, the O changes to UE, the O changes to UE, but jugar, it doesn't have an O, but still, the U changes to UE. Only in those stem forms, you know? So there is all this PowerPoint that you can practice with. And this worksheet is really good too, because you can be like, okay, what are the verbs that go from E to IE, and just write them down here. And then some practice, querer. And there might be a couple of verbs that are not in this chapter, maybe some of the extra ones that I gave you, but I think this worksheet would be really good. Oh, you have all these forms here for tener, to have, and venir, to come from somewhere. Yeah, so you can be like, see, this is shaded because it's like, okay, the E in the stem changes to IE. So make sure you change those. The nosotros forms don't change. The vosotros form, the E in the stem don't change, doesn't change. Yeah, and then E to I, put all those verbs there and then practice. And there's some sentences here. So mi hijo, and then okay, if it's mi hijo, it's a he, it's a guy. So the end name for ER verb would be mi hijo, it would be E. And then the E changes to IE, so quiere. I think I cannot type here because it's a PDF. I don't think I can. Yeah, no. So yeah, quiere. So that's how these stem change verb work. If you have any questions, let me know. The PowerPoint's there, the worksheets, the tutorials and Connect. Yeah, so just let me know if you have any other questions.